Hey there, and welcome to the channel. Right, there's nothing coming. Smack! Right, we're leaving South Alloa. We've had a Chinese meal for tea and walked the dog, and we're heading home. Yeah, so I'm gonna check the tyre tomorrow. Well, Monday. I do definitely prefer driving the white car. It's a much better car than the blue car. It's a much better car than the black car. Especially when I think I could die with that airbag. Oh, the window does look dirty. Oh, blah blah blah. Any shit. Yeah, right. We'll fix that problem. It's because can you do that? Oh, you got to. The car is switched off. See that? It's because I moved it. If it stays on, I'll be fucking amazed. Oh, aye. I didn't run over any cyclists or anything. Right. It's because like if you leave it alone for weeks on end, it'll be fine. What I find is if you move it, because it's been off for a few weeks, so I've been using the car, and bird. So yeah, that's what happens. It might fall off again. If it does, I'll pull in and chuck it out the window. You really need to clean the the windscreen from inside. It's a bit manky. I can see it from here how dirty it is. Maybe it's time I give the cars a good old valet, the whole lot of them. Give them all clean. Yeah. I find it quite interesting when you talk about the speeding thing. When in England they've lowered the speed limits on these roads, and then there's people challenged the speeding fine. So because it's going against the highway code, it's going against planning regulations, as it would in Scotland as well, and England, Wales. Wales, they did their 20 zones through the Senedd. So it's quite interesting. I've always thought about in Scotland how they've lowered the limits, and people go, they did the same with the drink driving actually. They lowered it right down. Look at the light is red. They lowered the limit right down, and of course you were demonised if you're like 3 times over the limit. But of course they lowered it right down. It's lower in Scotland than it is in England, the drink drive limit. I've had this argument with people. A lot of people push the SNP narrative. So there's this guy, I've met people arguing about that quite a few times actually, going on about you can't drink at all, which is why we've got all these hotels and pubs and everything shutting down. But people seem to get really freaky with that, the thought of even having half a pint or something, or a pint of beer or lager. So the cost is, so I think it's back to sort of NIMBYism. I was talking about that lady in the earlier video, if you watch it, and I was talking about the lady that was that closed off the car park when it was windy. It's just that type of thing, overreaction and everything. It's a fear thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's windy. I mean, the world's going to get you. So I think there's this lack of understanding that we're all going to die. I think is what it actually, I think what it really means. There's a lack of acceptance that we're all going to die, so we can prevent us. So that's what that mantra is: prevent us from dying. So it's just illogical. Blocking the car park off when it was windy was that like a kind of a sign of mental lacking in mental forthrightness, mentally deficient, you know. I mean, I've sort of went on about it a few times, but it's quite an interesting example of somebody being an idiot, you know, and not having. That's why you have a peer group. People can say, yeah, no, I don't think you need to worry about that. Don't worry. Just leave the car park open and you go, oh, thanks for that. I was just so worried about it. No, I understand, but you don't need to do that. It's not going to do any good. Right? So just don't worry about that. Look at these things there. That's the refuges I was talking about. So, well, people maybe think I was talking about refugees. Refuges. You know? Now doing 48 miles per hour. It's very windy. It's not very good weather for car booting today. It's pretty poor. It was good dogs never went there. And yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with Saturday car boot. I just don't see how it's going to be. I think I'd be better doing paintings every Saturday. Wouldn't I? I've got to be positive about the paintings and get on with it. Stop being negative about it. And so I've got some ideas, and I just haven't been in the art room for about a month. Or maybe that's how artists do things, I don't know. Well, not really, not if you're trying to make a living out of it. It's not bloody good if you don't go there for a month, is it? You're not going to get fuck all. But then it's not like, well, yeah. Alright. A roof tent. Yeah. Here we are at Millholm roundabout, and now we're on the A91. We're accelerating onto the carriageway. Looking at our mirror, what can we see? Me. And we're looking forwards, what can we see? A rear view mirror. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this little video of the trip to Bainsford. It was quite exciting. We'll get it all pieced together and we'll get it all knocked out tonight. I'm going to go to Falkirk later on, so I'm going to go back to Falkirk. Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? Aye. Yeah, I'd like to step it up a bit and maybe learn more about video making. Maybe I should go to college, university or something, and do a video making course. A video maker! Yeah, I'm a video maker! And I'm a video maker! Yeah! I just say to everybody, I'm a video maker! And then I say, how the fuck do you switch this thing on? I'm a video maker, but I don't know how to switch it on. Yeah. One thing that I've noticed is, when I started doing this, I got big views. Not over the board, but I'd get occasionally one video that would get big views. I mean like 300,000 or 400,000, like 500,000 views or something. Well, no, you're exaggerating now. I think it was 450,000. Right, was the biggest views. And I don't seem to be getting that now. I don't know why. Or was it my enthusiasm when I started doing it? That was just luck. That I'm to get more interesting videos. Maybe more is less, or less is more. Less is more, maybe. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Who knows? But I'm getting, so the consistency is quite good, you know, and it's building all the time. Like the subscribers is generally going up all the time. However, slowly it is going up. Or maybe it's just the same old. Maybe the people are just, or subscribers are just there because they found it interesting somewhat, somehow or another. And here I am, so I'm not sure really how it works. Certainly I wouldn't do half the things I've done in my life again. I think I wish I'd never gotten down to London. I would never do that again. But you can't do something again if you've already done it, can you? It's done it, so it's irreversible. So don't do it. Don't be silly. Right, so we need to get the window cleaned properly. It's sort of greasy. Right, so thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. What the fuck's this Land Rover doing? Just sitting there like a fanny. Where are you going? They're coming up this way. Bye. I've just crashed into the gate.